There's a sentence most of us would never say out loud, even to the people closest to us. It goes something like this: I got the thing I was working toward, and it wasn't what I thought it would be. Not the job. Not the relationship. Not the house. The recognition. The milestone. Something almost arrived, and then it didn't. And we covered it up so fast we barely registered what happened. This is the territory we're going to walk into together over the next few minutes. The claim on the table is simple and a little uncomfortable. The world we've been chasing, status, security, the kind of love we hope finally sticks, the satisfaction that's supposed to make all the effort worth it, doesn't actually deliver what we keep hoping it will. And somewhere underneath the busyness, we already know. We're not being asked to give anything up. We're being asked to notice that there's a trade available, and that what's on the other side of the trade is quieter, more stable, and infinitely better than what we've been settling for. Later we'll do this as a guided meditation. For now, just stay with me. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's been chasing a promotion for 2 years. Longer hours, better numbers, the right conversations with the right people in the right hallways, the kind of strategic patience that costs you weekends and a certain quality of sleep. The day it finally comes through, she walks out to her car in the parking garage, sits down behind the wheel, and waits. She's waiting to feel something. There's a flicker, maybe a half-second of warmth, and then nothing. Just the hum of the fluorescent lights and her hands still on the keys. Here's what I want us to notice. That moment in the parking garage isn't a glitch. It isn't Sarah being ungrateful or broken or wired wrong. It's not a personality flaw. It happens to almost everyone, almost every time, with almost everything we chase. By Monday morning the anxiety is back, just wearing different clothes. Now it's about keeping the new role, proving she deserves it. The next thing on the horizon. The shape of the wanting hasn't changed. Only the object. We tend to interpret that emptiness as a problem we need to solve. More effort. Better goals. A different relationship. A cleaner life. We assume that if we just pick the right thing next time, the satisfaction will finally arrive and stay. But what if the pattern isn't a personal failure? What if this world, the one made of metrics and milestones and things we can hold, was simply never built to deliver what we're actually hungry for? Think about it like this. Imagine you've been shopping in the same store your whole life. It's a big store. It has nearly everything. You fill your cart. You check items off your list. Sometimes you find exactly what you came in for. And then you get home, unpack the bag, and something doesn't quite fit. The shirt looked different in the mirror at the store. The thing that was going to change everything is just a thing now, sitting on the counter. The store isn't evil. It isn't trying to trick you. It's just a store. It sells what stores sell. The problem isn't the inventory. The problem is that you've been looking for something the store was never designed to carry. So here's the uncomfortable question that opens a door. What if we've been shopping in the wrong store entirely? Not because there's anything wrong with us. Not because we wanted the wrong things. But because the kind of satisfaction we're actually after, the kind that doesn't expire, doesn't get returned, doesn't need to be defended, was never on these shelves to begin with. Notice what happens when we even ask the question. Some part of us tightens. There's a small panic, because we've built a lot of our identity around the list. The list is how we know we're doing life correctly. The list is how we measure whether we matter. If the list was wrong, not bad, just wrong, then what have we been doing? It's easier, in a way, to keep shopping, to assume the next aisle will be different. But there's another part of us, quieter, that's been waiting for someone to ask exactly this. That part already knows. It's been knowing for years. It knew in the parking garage. It knew the morning after the wedding, the week after the move, the month after the launch. It knows now. Here's where the reframe lands, and I want us to take it slowly because it's easy to miss. Letting go of the belief that this world will satisfy us isn't a loss. It's not sacrifice. It's not giving anything up, because you can't lose something that was never delivering in the first place. What we'd be releasing is the exhaustion of defending the value of things that keep disappointing us. The constant low-grade argument with our own experience. It should have made me happier. It will next time. I just need to want it more correctly. Imagine setting that down. Not the goals themselves, not the job, the relationships, the ordinary life you're building. Just the weight of needing all of it to mean something it was never going to mean. That's the trade. You don't lose the store. You just stop pretending it sells what you're actually looking for. And in that moment, something else becomes available. Something that's been here the whole time, underneath the noise of wanting. This is the part that surprises people. The thing we're actually hungry for isn't somewhere else. It isn't a future state we have to earn our way into. It isn't a reward at the end of a longer effort. It's more like a ground we can rest on. A quieter kind of okayness that doesn't depend on the next outcome arriving on schedule. And the only thing standing between us and it is the energy we spend defending the store. Go back to Sarah for a second. In that parking garage, before she picked up her phone, before she texted her partner the good news, before the machinery of the next chase started up again, there was a gap. A small, unguarded second where something true almost surfaced. Not that success is bad, not that she shouldn't have wanted the promotion, just that the promotion wasn't what she was actually hungry for. And somewhere inside, she'd always known. That gap is the door. It opens dozens of times a day, in tiny moments, and most of us walk right past it because we're already on to the next thing. What we're practicing here isn't dramatic. It's not a breakthrough or a transformation we have to push for. It's quieter than that. It feels more like noticing you've been carrying something heavy for so long you forgot it was optional. And the moment you set it down, you don't feel different in some flashy way. You just feel lighter. The room is the same room. The job is the same job. The relationship is the same relationship, but the pressure underneath all of it, the pressure for any of it to finally make you whole, is gone. Or at least, it's quieter. That's where we're walking together, not out of the store, just out of the belief that the store has what we came for, and towards something we don't have to acquire, because it's already here, waiting for us to stop arguing with it long enough to notice. In a moment, we'll let this settle into the body, no more thinking required. Just a few minutes of putting the cart down. If you're finding value here, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. And now, let's shift into a quiet guided meditation together. Let's take a few minutes together. You don't have to do anything. Just find a way to sit or lie down where your body can be supported. Let your eyes close, or soften your gaze toward the floor. Notice the breath. Not changing it, just noticing that it's already happening without your help. Feel the weight of your body, the places where you're held by the chair, the floor, the bed. Now, gently bring to mind something you've been chasing. A goal, a version of your life. Something on the list. You don't have to let it go. You don't have to do anything with it. Just see it, and notice the small effort underneath it. The quiet pressure to make it happen. The hope that when it arrives, it'll finally be enough. For the next few breaths, you don't have to defend it. You don't have to argue for why it matters. You don't have to prove anything. Just set the cart down, right where you're sitting. Set it down for a moment. Notice what happens in the body when you do. Maybe the shoulders drop a little. Maybe the jaw softens. Maybe something in the chest opens by a few millimeters. This is the ground that's been here the whole time, underneath the wanting. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to reach it. You don't have to become anyone first. It's already here. You're already here. Rest in this for a moment. No agenda. Nothing to fix. Nothing to chase. Just breath and body and the quiet that comes when we stop arguing with our own life. Stay here as long as feels right. And when you're ready, let your awareness widen back into the room. Feel the surface beneath you. Hear whatever sounds are around you. Know that this ground doesn't disappear when you stand up. It travels with you. It's always been with you. Gently, in your own time, open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a link to a free digital copy of ACIM in the description. And if this video resonated with you, please comment. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. For giving yourself these few minutes of something quieter than the chase. Whatever this stirred up, be gentle with it, and with yourself. Nothing has to be figured out today. You're allowed to walk back into your life a little lighter. I'll see you next time.